God. Ask Scott.
Hi, Scott. This is April from Ohio. I have a quick question for you. I'm looking to launch a second product, and as you taught us, I've been collecting emails from my first product. So when I launch this second product, I want to send an email out to the list that I've created and offer them like 25% off the new product. And I'm just wondering how you do this. Can you provide a coupon code right in that email that would not be at risk to being passed around? Or do you ask the people on that list if they're interested to respond back to your email, and then you send them a separate email with the code that's just for that one person? Just kind of wondering the logistics of how you send out codes to your list, your email list that you've been collecting. I feel like I should know this, but I don't. So if you can answer it, that would be of great help. And again, thanks for all you do.
Hey, April, thank you so much for the question. And I know that you are a repeat question asker, or a person that asked a question. You've been on the show before, I think, and you're doing really well, and you launched your one product. It's doing really well, and now you're launching product two, and you want to know about this whole email list building, and how can you then have that list help you when you launch your product, which I think is smart. That's something we've been talking about. That's something that we're currently doing internally as well. So it's definitely a great strategy. Here's the deal, okay? You can do it a few different ways, okay? You can, if you're doing a 25% off code, again, how many do you want to sell? That's the thing. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to ask ourselves, okay, we have this email list. Let's just make it easy. Let's say we have 1,000 email addresses of people that are in our market. We've went through and we've built this email list, whether it's through maybe an Instagram post that we brought them over to a contest page to win a certain item, or maybe we did it for our last product. I think you said this was from your last product and you were able to get people to join your email list through that. I think that's what you said. So we know that they're definitely interested in this type of product or a similar product, okay? So let's say you have 1,000 emails. Now, not all 1,000 would even buy it at a discount, right? We know that. We understand that. But how many do we want to promote with or use as promotions in the beginning? That's what we need to figure out. So let's just say that we would like to give, or basically have 25 sold additionally to whatever else we could sell through pay-per-click or anything else. We want to sell 25. So that means that you're either going to have to create a code that has a max limit on it, which there's been a little bit of quirkiness here within Amazon about this. Depending on when this airs, we may have a video to help through this. If not, there will be one coming here soon. Check out the show notes page again for this one. This is episode 298. So again, check out the show notes page. If that video is available, I will post it in the show notes. But just understand that a max limit means that you're going to allow how many that person can use that code towards, because they took away the dollar amount, at least as of the time of this recording they have, but there is a percentage off you can give, but you can also limit it to a max quantity now. But the point is this, a really easy way of doing this, there's two easy ways. The easy way of doing this is to say, hey, I'm going to let 25 people have this for a discount. Right? Email me if you're interested, and then have one-time use codes, and then you just send them each a one-time use code. Yes, that means that's going to be 20 or 25 emails that you're going to personally do. You can do it yourself. You can hire a VA, but yes, you are going to want to manually do those and give them a one-time use. Or you're going to want to make sure that you have the max order set up. So this way here, when you give out that code, it doesn't land in someone's hands that can just buy a whole bunch, right? So you got to be careful with that. But it's 25% discount. Maybe, just maybe, you give out that code. Maybe someone does buy a whole bunch. Maybe you didn't do the max order, which you should. But if you didn't and it got leaked out or something, and you're still selling a bunch at 25% off, maybe that's not the end of the world. Maybe that's a good thing. It's the people that are trying to give it away for over 50% off, and then that max code thing isn't isn't implemented, then that's a problem because now you're giving away product and your inventory gets wiped out. So you got to be careful with that. But that's not really what we're talking about. What we're talking about is how should you deliver that? You could do it that way where you send it out to them. You limit the code to 25% and you just basically use that code. You can also, like I said, do it manually. Hey, we're going to let 25 people get this for this discount. Email us if you're interested. They email you back. You forward them one of those codes. Okay. The other way to do it is to do a flash sale. You do a flash sale for a day or two, and then you lower your price on Amazon. If it's a brand new product now, here's the deal. Most people aren't going to see it because it's not ranking yet, right? Only people that might see it are the people on your list. So you could just drop your price by 20, 25% and say, hey, I'm going to do a flash sale. And then you don't need a code. You just drive people over there. Now, if you are going to drive people over there and you have a list of 1,000 people, I would recommend not sending all 1,000 people over to that flash sale. I would say maybe 150, 200 people. And then this way here, if you can get 20% of them, that's going to be your 20 sales, right? So that's another way you can do it. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. And I don't think there's a right or a wrong. I just think that depending on how much you're going to give away as a discount, if you want to manually do the discounts, through them contacting you back, again, those people are hyper targeted because they are responsive, right? They're actually emailing you back and then it's kind of like a back and forth. Those people you want to probably put on a separate email list and say, that's my like hyper focused. Like those are like super focused group, really responsive. And if you send them something, they're going to get back to you like really, really fast. So they're really aggressive and that's great. Now, some of you that are tuning in and maybe you haven't been listening to the podcast recently, or maybe you're brand new. We talked a lot about this in past episodes, recent past episodes about building your list. We'll be doing more about that as well, but you can always go back and listen to some of those more recent, episodes. I'll try to put some of those in the show notes as well, so you can go over there and kind of listen in on those strategies. But moving forward in 2017, building your own email list, knowing about influencers in your marketplace. So this way here, you can build your own email list. You can reach that audience. So this way here, you can do that launch this way. That's going to be really, really powerful. And it's also going to be another obstacle for people to do, right? So people talk a lot about their competition. This is a way that you can dominate your marketplace if you build your email list in your market. So this way here, you can then push product whenever you want to get a little bump or a boost in sales. And then from there, help you rank. And also, if you wanted to, you could direct people directly to your e-commerce store and then not even go through Amazon, or maybe Amazon fulfills it, but you don't sell it necessarily through, the listing. So you don't pay those fees. You just pay the pick and pack fee and the FBA fee, all that stuff, right? So there's things that we can do moving forward in 2017. That's going to be the things that we're going to be talking about, and I'll be showing you, and we'll probably have a few workshops. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there and some of it is really, really good. But what I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business. And this way here, you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.